Welcome, everyone, to the NBA's All-Star Weekend.
NBA Weekend just started, baby.
This is what it's all about.
So many athletes on the floor.
A rookie challenge record 22 assists. Here's your MVP, John Wall from the Washington Wizards.
Now they've got, he knocks it down.
Congratulations, team. Atlanta flying now.
He is, and Stephen Curry, the Taco Bell Skills Challenge winner.
The Miami Heat sharpshooter.
James Jones is the Foot Locker three-point champion.
This is a highly anticipated slam dunk contest. Here goes Griffin. Caught it and slammed it. He cleared the hood.
The Sprite Slam Dunk champion is Dwight Howard.
The NBA is about more than just basketball. And, you know, what bigger weekend and what bigger time to show than All-Star Weekend.
Here we go. Open it up.
Justin Bieber. The stars have come out for the 60th All-Star game.
A little bit of trickery.
Complete. Kobe Bryant, who has taken it over.
There can only be one MVP. Kobe Bryant.
As you can see, we have a full week of activities, including several NBA Cares events designed to leave a positive impact here in Orlando. The entire Magic organization, from owner Rich DeVos on down, has set a great example in giving back to this community that we look forward to building on. We obviously cannot do this alone. We'd like to thank the Orlando Magic organization, the DeVos family, the City of Orlando, Orange County, and most importantly, the fans, for welcoming us back to celebrate the world's greatest game and players. Thank you.
Thanks, Gail. NBA All-Star Weekend is my favorite weekend of the year, and I look forward to obviously being here for the entire weekend here in one of my favorite cities, Orlando. So thank you very much, Gail. It will be a lot of fun. Now let's get some firsthand knowledge of what it's really like not only to go to a game, but actually to participate in All-Star Weekend. Some firsthand knowledge. First up, let's talk to Hito. Hito, obviously you've been involved. I think you've been in the Shooting Stars competition. You probably watched it as a kid growing up in Turkey. On a global stage, how big is All-Star Weekend?
It's huge. And like you said, I never played in All-Star game, but I participate a lot on the shooting contests and the skills challenge, but I never play in the NBA, in All-Star game. It would be great if I make it in Orlando, and it will be special for me, so looking forward.
How'd you do in the Shooting Stars and skills competition?
We won all.
All right, that's what I'm hearing, yeah.
Thank you.
Don't be so modest. What year is that and where was it?
It was in Philly. Yeah, I think it was 2002.
All right. You still have your trophy? All right. Congratulations. Well, Jameer, you've been an All-Star before, but I think being an All-Star in your home city of Orlando would probably mean even more. What was it like to be an All-Star, and what would it mean?
Well, like Turk said, it'd be special to be an All-Star here in Orlando, play in front of your home crowd. Unfortunately, I was hurt my first time making it, but I did participate in terms of being there, being a part of the dunk competition with Superman over here. He's mad at me for throwing the ball up wrong, but that's all right. But no, it'd be special. You know, we just looking forward to it in front of our home fans.
I know Doc Rivers made an All-Star team once in his career, but it means so much because when you fill out your career, you can say, I was an All-Star. That puts you in a whole different category. Congratulations and good luck. Make it this year. All right, Jay Rich. Back-to-back slam dunk champions. That's the exclamation mark of All-Star Weekend. Some people's favorite event of all year. What's it like to dunk like that? In front of everybody worldwide? I mean, you get nervous? You're afraid you're going to miss it? How do you plan it?
So, since I was a kid, always wanted to be in a dunk contest. So, to go out there in front of the crowd, it's like me at home playing on my nerve room when I was little. You hear me now? All right.
All right, since you won it twice, let's hear that answer the second time. What's it like to be a slam dunk champion with the whole world watching? Maybe tell us what the excitement's like.
The excitement is great. The energy from the crowd, going out there knowing it's just you, the ball, and the court. And you just try to pull out something that's spectacular that nobody had ever seen before. On my Nerf basket, yeah.
Can you still dunk like that?
No, I guess y'all missed the last game. So I got fouled on that play anyway, so.
Yeah, you got fouled. All right, and another former slam dunk champion, Dwight Howard. You know, your popularity obviously spreads worldwide. Do you know how many votes you've gotten in the last couple of years?
I don't know personally, but it's a great experience, you know, to have, you know, millions of fans around the world vote for you. You know, that's the best feeling. It means a lot to me to be voted in, you know, by the fans every year, you know, and it's great. You know, it feels good when you look on TV and you see how many votes you get from all the fans around the world. And, you know, now with Twitter and Facebook, and you got people saying, I voted for you today, you know, so it feels good. You know,
well, nobody got as many votes as you did. And you want to know how many votes you got the last 3 years? Your Vice President of Communications is over there, Joel Glass. And Joel, how many votes did he get the last 3 years? 7,609,481. 7,600,481 people voted for Dwight Howard. I'm sure you'll get a few more million this year. Buddy, don't you wish you get that many votes? And after all of the talk, all the BS about all those other teams in the NBA, what does it mean to have it here in your city, to have the Orlando Magic and have you playing for the Orlando Magic instead of one of those other teams that's trying to get you?
Well, you know, it's just great for our city. You know, we haven't had an All-Star game since I think Patrick played. You know, and
1932.
Yeah, that was a long time ago.
It was actually 92.
92? Yeah, I was
How
like
old were you?
six. So, you know, I think it's great, you know, to have it back, you know, and you look back at that game and how much excitement was here. You know, I think that was one of Magic's first games back, and he was just smiling and passing. You know, it was great. You know, so just to have it here in Orlando, it'll be big, you know, for our city. And we can't wait to put on, you know, for the world. You know, this is our time to shine. And we're going to do the best we can to make sure everybody feels the same way that, you know, we have felt, you know, for the past, well, for me and Jameer, 7 years, and for Hito and Jay Rich the last couple of years. So it's going to be great.
You mentioned 92. I've been to the last 23 All-Star weekends. That's my favorite one of all time, that game in 1992. The whole weekend was great. Craig Hodges won the three-point contest for the third year in a row. Cedric Sabalas came out blindfolded and dunked blindfolded. No, he may have been peeking under there, but he claims he was blindfolded. And, of course, Magic Johnson got the MVP. You were 6. Maybe let me refresh your memory. Take a look at the screen here. We'll show some of the highlights from the great All-Star weekend in Orlando back in 1992, 20 years ago.
A sunny February Sunday in Central Florida, and the top attraction today in Orlando is Magic. An NBA Day of Magic in Orlando. And Drexler with Mullen, Jordan back, Magic. There's the assist to Robinson. Three-pointer. Just can't orchestrate it better than that. But when you're great, you deliver.
I'll remember all of these good times this afternoon. I'd like to thank you for sharing this with me. Thank you.
Well, there were a lot of Hall of Famers playing in that game, and one of them is with us today, Patrick Ewing. Patrick, what do you remember most about that game in particular?
Well, I have to refresh the young fella's memory since he says he was only 2. No, it was a great game, great experience. Unfortunately, the East team lost that game. You see Magic holding up the MVP trophy. He had just came back from, he was, you know, it announced that he had HIV, and this was his first game back. So it was great. A lot of fun, a lot of enthusiasm. And you know, the city of Orlando opened up their arms and let us in, and opened up their arms and let us in open arms. But the city has definitely changed so much since back then. It's grown a lot. You know, you have this new state-of-the-art arena. It's magnificent.
You were a perennial All-Star, not just '92, but every year you went to the All-Star game, one of the greatest players of all time. Did you look forward to it? Did it ever get old?
No, it never got old. You know, you have the opportunity to play with a lot of your peers, guys that you've battled night in and night out, and it was a great experience to relax, you know, have fun with them, party with them a little bit, and then, you know, go out there and try to put on a show for the fans.
You obviously had some great battles with the Knicks, against the Bulls, other teams. As a fierce competitor like you, I mean, what's it like? You battle these people, they're taking the championship that you want, and all of a sudden you have to be in the locker room sitting next to the guy that you have to fight against every day, all year long. Do you get along, or do you sometimes sit there and say, I don't want to talk to you?
For the most part, we get along, but I don't really get along with this guy that you have sitting next to me right here, right now, though. But for, you know, when you're playing against a guy, you know, it's your team against them. So naturally, you have your game face on. You're going out and you're trying to compete and trying to demolish that team. And the All-Star game, it's about fun. It's fun. It's trying to put on a show for the fans and help promote the game of the NBA. So that's the way we looked at it.
All right. Well, thank you very much, Patrick. Perennial All-Star now in his 5th year as a coach of the Orlando Magic.